Hello everyone and welcome back to the prep series. So this is episode 10 and previously you saw my peak week for my warm-up show, and so we are now the day before show day, Friday, and tomorrow is our show. So I wanted to start off this video with first, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. I appreciate all the follows as you follow along my prep journey to nationals. We are currently in Modesto at the hotel next to the venue where the show is going to be held, and I already checked in. I am number 48. We got all of our goodies, which I'll show you, and we just finished up doing a check-in with Coach. So I just threw on my suit and did some posing. We worked on some things. I'm going to go get my tan in about an hour. And then Coach will let me know what my last meal of the day will be. So today, my meals have been all, except for my first meal, all of my meals have been rice, about a half cup, chicken, and almond butter. And so we've been slowly carving me up and my body is loving it. So I woke up this morning, my lightest weight was 126.4. And so definitely feeling lean. Feeling good. This is a smaller show. There's not a whole lot of people, but I do know that there's more than one person in the figure category, which is great. But mainly our reason for doing this show is to, one, get back on stage. It's been a year since I've been on stage. So before nationals, getting on the big stage, I wanted to practice my posing. I wanted to get the jitters out, and also the judges at this show will be at nationals, so I can actually get feedback from them. They can tell me what I need to work on within the 2 weeks that I have until nationals. And yeah, just get some good feedback, shake off all the jitters. And so we are excited. We have one more meal, which we'll see what it's gonna be. I got my ma here with me, so she's my little support team. And I'll show you guys the goodies that we got for being at the show. So we got a fanny pack, very tactical. And then they went with the pink theme this year. So we got a Spectrum Fitness hat, number, we got a Spectrum shirt, and then we got a shaker cup, which I have like a million of these already. And then some other little goodies in here. I think like an electrolyte packet and some other stuff, like pre-workout. And then I also snagged one of these because this was from the show I won last year, and they put me on the cover, which is pretty cool. So they had a bunch of flyers down there, so I snagged one. But we are going to say hi, Mom.
Hi.
So we are going to go get a tan, and I'll show you guys what the tan looks like after I get that first coat, and then we'll see what we're gonna eat. All right, see you guys in a little bit. Alrighty guys, so it is now 7:30. I went and got my first coat of tan. So I didn't actually go through the tanning company that is with the show. I went through Showtime Tans. So she actually has like all of her stuff set up in her room, and she has her own formula of tan that's like hypoallergenic, and it just looks beautiful. So we went through her this time. I got my first coat, so we are all tan, feeling shredded, but in my comfy black clothes, and I am so hungry. Like, I've been having rice and stuff like all day, like carbs, and my body's definitely reacting to it. Like, I'm hungry. So Coach, I just sent him my next check-ins. I sent him a video, and so he told me to do some more rice, chicken, and almond butter. So we got this. So I'm going to eat this. My ma is downstairs getting food for herself from the restaurant. So I'm gonna eat this, then in 2 hours I have another in-person check-in with Coach, so I'll either go to his room or he'll come up here and we'll go through posing again. And I don't know if he's gonna have me eat another meal or not. I was honestly, not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping that I was gonna be able to get a burger and fries because that's usually what we do. But if we don't, it's okay. I think for this show, since this is kind of like my warm-up show, we want to still keep me like relatively like lean. And we don't want to over carb me. So I'd rather just play it safe anyways. But I'm going to enjoy this. We have Friends on right now. I found the channel for Friends on the TV. So yeah, I'm going to chill. I'm going to do a little bit of work for clients. And yeah, I'll check in with you guys later. Alrighty guys, it is, what time is it? 10:15 p.m. It is 3 hours past my bedtime. I'm usually in bed at 7:30, so it's late. We just did our last in-person check-in with Coach, and things are looking good. I'm tightening up a lot more, like my body's really liking the carbs, and so I'm having one more meal, a lot of oats. So I'm having 85 grams dry of oats, which is like double what I usually have, with almond butter, and then I added egg whites so I have some protein. So I'm gonna eat this so that way when I wake up, I'm a little bit more full with carbs. And we have until 2 o'clock to kind of figure out how to carb me up tomorrow. So I also get to sleep in. And yeah, so we're gonna try to eat all of this. It's kind of a lot, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, we're gonna call it a night. I'm putting my feet up, I'm chilling. We're watching some TV. And I will see you guys in the morning. Good night. Good morning. Alrighty, it is show day and we have been up since 6:30. It is now 8 o'clock. So last night, I never sleep good before show day, honestly, because of the tan, just a little dehydrated, not good. But it's okay because we have caffeine. So I did my check-in with Coach just now. He is liking how we're looking. I actually like tightened up even more overnight, which is cool, even after a big bowl of oats. So my first meal this morning is also gonna be oats. It's gonna be a little bit less though. So I'm doing 60 grams, some almond butter, some sea salt, and then I have some good old nitro cold brew. And we're gonna also add egg whites to the oats so we have some protein. I did still a little bit of my hydrogen water. But yeah, we're gonna eat this and then in 2 hours I'm gonna do another check-in with Coach. And I don't go on till 2, so the next thing is to get my second coat of tan at 10, and then I can start kind of doing my hair and my makeup, and see what other meals we have throughout the day. But we're basically just starting with like carb loading a little bit more. We're only doing 1 tablespoon of almond butter, and then later with like the candy and stuff like that, we're gonna add in more fats. So I'm going to eat my oats. We have all of our stuff over here. And look at this, nitro cold brew, give me life. Cheers. Alrighty guys, so it is now 9:40. I'm gonna go get my tan at my second coat at 10, but I wanted to show you guys how the physique is looking right now. So I had my oats about like an hour and a half ago. So this is how we're looking. Lean, lean, lean. So I'm probably gonna get more carbs, I'm assuming, because I reacted really well to the oats, but I still need more. So I'll check back in with you guys after I get my tan. It'll be extra dark, and then we're gonna start on the hair and the makeup. We won! Alrighty guys, so I know I didn't film a lot leading up to it because I was kind of rushing like with my makeup, my hair, but we had pre-judging and finals, so I won my class, my overall, and now I also have my ticket covered to USA's in 2 weeks, so that's great. But we are going to kind of wipe off this tan, clean up a little bit, go grab some food, and then I will update you guys on everything that happened that you missed. But we won. It was a good day. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Good morning. Alrighty guys, it is Sunday, day after show day. So I showed you guys my physique this morning, day after having like all the carbs and everything, and the abs were popping. I had ab veins and everything, so body's loving it. It's cool to see how your body kind of reacts to carbs after you've been like depleted, dehydrated, and all that kind of stuff. And so it's good because it's basically like a refeed for me going into the next 2 weeks, which I'm going to be pretty depleted again because of nationals. And so what I wanted to do is kind of give you guys the rundown as to what happened between when you saw me earlier yesterday morning and after the show, because I didn't really film a whole lot because I couldn't bring my camera into the stage area. Bean, watch out. Bean. I'm gonna hit my camera. Go lay down. Go lay down. She like doesn't know how to relax. You're very cute. So some of the things that we learned that we're taking away from doing this like kind of warm-up show. So one thing that we did notice earlier in the day was that usually we do like chicken and rice and almond butter as like my carbs and like carbing up. That's like kind of the meals we do. But I had my oatmeal that I usually have, and I know personally me, I'm pretty like, I wouldn't say pretty, I actually like really know like what works for my body and what doesn't, just like having been in the nutrition realm as a nutrition coach for a long time, doing a lot of like self experimentation with like different types of like nutrition protocols, and also just being in bodybuilding. And when you eat like very consistently and the same things, you learn a lot about what works and what does not work. I've also done a lot of like gut health testing. So the oats that I had down to like the specific brands of things, I noticed that, and my coach noticed that my body really responded well to the oatmeal versus like the rice. Like I still responded well to the rice, but the oats with the almond butter mixture just like worked really well, and I digest it really well. So one thing that we are going to do different for the like pre-carb up for nationals is I'm gonna do primarily my oats, same brand, same almond butter brand. And also I actually added, so usually I only add stevia, but I actually added the pink little packets that you get at like a coffee shop or something. They're the ones that have dextrose in it. So I don't use sucralose, I don't use the aspartame, because those do kind of inflame the gut. But the ones that have dextrose in it actually, I think, helped a little bit. So I'm gonna make sure I get a bunch of those packets. So that's one thing we noticed right off the bat, was the oats worked really, really well. So we'll probably do more of that. I also, the night before, so Friday night, in the past I've had like a burger and fries or something to like start the carb up, but we kept it really clean. We did the big bowl of oats, and it actually kept me a lot drier. The next day I looked leaner, and so there's no potential for me to like get inflammation. So we're gonna do that again, just keep it super clean. And then as my pre-pump up, I had the Trader Joe's little almond butter cups, and that's the same almond butter I use on a daily basis that I digest really well, that I pair with the oats, so that worked really well. We're gonna keep that. The biggest thing that I think I noticed is for prejudging, I felt really, really shaky. Like it was kind of fast because there's no categories before figure, and so we actually went on first for prejudging, and they like to make it really quick. And so my pump up was pretty quick, and it also takes me a little bit longer to pump up to see like the vascularity from like the sour gummy worms. I had the trolley gummy worms. And so what we're gonna do is basically take a little longer on the pump up. And I like told my coach, I was like, I felt really like kind of like anxious and shaky. And when I practiced my routine outside of like showtime, I feel very calm and I feel very confident in it and very flowy, and it feels good. But like on stage, when I went on for prejudging, I felt very shaky. Luckily, he showed me a video of it after, and I didn't look shaky. Like in the video, it looked good, but I felt like it was not my best presentation. I did do a lot better in finals though. That was a lot better. But the big takeaway was, one, I felt very shaky, very jittery. So in the morning, I did have some nitro cold brew, and I'm still gonna have a little bit of that this next show day morning, but I'm gonna cut it off super early and have no caffeine the rest of the day, because I don't wanna be shaky, I wanna be calm, I don't wanna have any anxiety. So we're cutting off caffeine a little earlier, and we're gonna take a little longer on the pump up. I'm gonna get backstage earlier, I'm gonna chill back there, we're gonna start slowly implementing like the sour candy, make sure I start getting vascular, and also lead the pump up all the way up until I'm about to step on stage, because my body, for some reason, like my shoulders and everything, when they get pumped up, they look really pumped up, but they don't like to hold a pump. So like I have to pump up like right up until I'm about to go on stage. So we're gonna take a lot longer and take our time on the pump up for sure. That was a big thing. And then the last thing that I noticed too was the dehydration portion. I was a little more dehydrated this show than I was my last show. And so what I'm gonna do this next show is have my water and put an electrolyte packet in it like I usually do on my daily basis, because my body's used to that, with all the sodium and everything, and slowly sip on that throughout the day. Because even towards like after prejudging with like also all the candy, because my body's not used to it, and all of like just like the jitters and anxiety and everything, my heart started feeling, I don't know if it was my heart or like my chest or something, but it just like felt weird, and I did not like that at all. I don't play around with that. So the dehydration, guys, is a big thing. Don't mess around with that. And so next time we're definitely gonna have electrolytes, sip water throughout the day, make sure that I feel good. I also started kind of getting a little bit of a headache, and so I started drinking more water. But yeah, those are the biggest things that we took away. We did get a little bit of like quick feedback from one of the judges just to like, I need to tighten up more for this next show. So these next 2 weeks I'm gonna be pretty low calories. But you know what, it's only 2 weeks and we're gonna push for it because I want that pro card. I want it. And overall, I'm really happy with how I looked. I finally got my quads to separate, which is like, I've been working on that for years. I've been trying to get those things to separate forever. And I got a lot of compliments on my posing. My posing is way better. I feel really good about that. Shout out to Kenny. Man, posing by Kenny, guys. Follow him on Instagram because he's legit. Like, he just makes small tweaks and like says something and it's like, holy shit, like that made a world of a difference. And so I'm just gonna keep practicing as much as possible, make little tweaks here and there, and then push through these next 2 weeks. But I'm really happy I did this show because we got a lot of good information out of it. So doing a warm-up show, great idea. And because I won overall, my ticket's actually covered for nationals, so I get refunded like a lot of money because it was expensive. So I'm really happy about that. But yeah, that is kind of the rundown. And yeah, not much to it. I'm going to today have a couple other things like outside of like my normal diet, just as far as I'm still cooking at home, but like I had like cheesy eggs this morning because I never have like cheesy eggs anymore. I had cheesy eggs with rice and avocado. I'm sipping on some coffee that has a little bit of creamer in it. I probably gonna have a yogurt bowl later with some granola and a lot of fruit because I was actually craving fruit like big time. And maybe we'll get like some protein ice cream tonight. But then starting tomorrow, we're back on it. But it's gonna be a good 2 weeks. So I will try to take you guys along that, but it's gonna be like a lot of focus. So if I don't film before peak week, that's the next video you guys will see. Will be this next peak week. So it should be interesting. Should see a lot of changes. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and I will see you guys next time.